So, are you stuck in a breakfast rut? I know I am sometimes. Maybe it's, just a quick piece of toast or that same bowl of cereal every single day. It works, but it's not exactly inspiring, is it?
It really doesn't have to be. I mean, breakfast is, you could argue, the most revealing meal of the day,
Yeah.
culturally speaking.
Yeah.
The second you step outside your own routine,
Yeah.
you're suddenly dealing with, totally different histories and traditions.
And that is exactly what we're doing in this deep dive. We're going on a little trip,
A very fast trip.
a very fast trip around the world. We've looked at sources covering four really different morning meals. We're going to Japan, Egypt, Mexico, and France.
And we're going to use these foods as like a shortcut to understanding some pretty big cultural ideas.
Right. Think of it as getting a quick, fun briefing on how the world eats.
Exactly. We're not just going to list ingredients. We want to figure out why these things are staples.
And for anyone listening who's maybe new to all this, we're going to give you a really simple tool.
A very important one.
Yeah, just how to say, I like this, or, I don't like that. Because having an opinion is, the first step. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it. So we're starting with a type of breakfast we can call the savory and protein-heavy breakfast.
And for that, we're heading to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I think of a full Japanese meal, my mind immediately goes to lunch or dinner.
Right, most people's does.
But the sources show that a traditional Japanese breakfast is built on the exact same ideas. Balance, nutrition.
Absolutely. It's savory. It's often based on this concept called ichi sansai.
Which means?
One soup and three sides. And the core parts are pretty much non-negotiable. You've got rice, you have miso soup, and you have fish.
Fish. See, that's the one. Fish for breakfast is always the biggest surprise for people used to, like pancakes or oatmeal.
Totally. But it makes so much sense in context. Japan was an agricultural society. You needed that protein, that energy right away.
So it wasn't a quick bite. It was fuel.
It was serious fuel for serious work. The rice gives you energy, the miso soup is great for digestion, and the fish, well, that's your protein. It's incredibly healthy.
Okay, but in our sources, there was one food that seemed to be a real challenge for newcomers.
Ah.
It's the natto.
You're talking about natto.
Tell us about these beans.
Okay, so natto is a very traditional food. It's made from fermented soybeans.
Fermented, okay.
And that process makes them super nutritious, but it also gives them a very unique profile.
Uh-oh.
They have a really pungent, strong smell, and critically, they are sticky, like really, really sticky and stringy.
Pungent and sticky, first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow, that takes some commitment.
It does. And it's the perfect example of a food that really encourages you to have an opinion.
Right, so you might love the warm rice. You could say, I like rice.
Totally.
But then you get to the natto, and with that smell and texture, it is perfectly okay to say, I don't like natto.
It's more than okay. That's the whole point of exploring. It's about finding what you like.
Okay, so from that disciplined, protein-first approach in Asia, let's hop over to another continent, North Africa,
We're landing in Egypt.
to look at another staple, but a very different one.
We are talking about full madams.
Full madams.
And this is fascinating because it proves that beans for breakfast don't have to be sticky or pungent at all.
Okay, so more beans, but a totally different vibe. How is it made?
It's so simple and comforting. It's made from fava beans, and they're just simmered for hours and hours, sometimes overnight.
Wow.
They get super soft, you mash them up a little, and then you dress them with olive oil, garlic, and fresh lemon juice.
Oh, that sounds delicious. It's warm, it's soft.
Nah.
Nothing like the natto experience.
Not at all. And it's served with a ton of flatbread.
For dipping.
Exactly, for dipping. It's a really communal meal. The bowl of kama is in the middle of the table, and everyone just tears off bread and scoops it up.
And our sources mention you can add things to it, right?
Yeah, people personalize their bowl. They'll add chopped onions, tomatoes, maybe a hard-boiled egg.
See, I can imagine that sharp lemon and the rich oil would be so good with the earthy beans.
That's the key combination. And this is where we practice again. You're enjoying scooping it all up with that warm bread, so you say.
I like bread.
Exactly.
But if you're like me and raw onions in the morning are just a bit much.
A little intense.
Little intense, and you'd get to practice the other one. I don't like onions.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
You just don't add them to your bowl. It's affordable, it's filling, and it's designed to get you through a hot day.
Okay, so with our stomachs full of savory beans, let's fly across the Atlantic.
Let's do it.
We're heading to Mexico for something a little spicy.
Oh, this is where it gets really fun. Because we find something most of us think of as a snack.
What is it?
tortilla chips.
Wait, chips for breakfast?
Chips for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
But we are, of course, talking about the amazing dish, chilaquiles.
Okay, so it's more than just a bowl of chips.
Oh, it's a masterpiece. You take tortilla chips and you toss them in a warm sauce.
What kind of sauce?
Well, that's the key. It could be a green sauce, a salsa verde, which is bright and tart, or a red sauce, which is usually deeper and smokier.
So the sauce softens the chips up a little.
Exactly. Then you top it with stuff, a little crumbled cheese like a queso fresco, maybe some cream, and almost always a fried egg.
Oh, an egg on top sounds perfect.
And a side of refried beans, of course. It's this incredible mix of spicy, savory, creamy, crunchy, all in one bite.
Okay, I could definitely get behind that. Now what about a drink?
Well, this is the other unique part. They often serve hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate with spicy chips.
Mm-hmm. But it's Mexican hot chocolate, so it's a bit different. It's often made with water, not milk, and it's flavored with cinnamon.
Oh, the cinnamon, that changes everything. It makes it feel warmer, more complex.
It really does. It's a link to a much deeper cultural history of chocolate.
Okay, I can definitely say I like hot chocolate and I like chips. So yeah, I'm on board.
Good. Because from that spicy, vibrant meal, we're taking our last trip
Where to?
to Europe. We're landing in France, in a cute Parisian cafe, for something sweet and fast.
Ah, okay. The whole feeling just shifted. It's more elegant.
It is. The French approach is really quick and simple, especially compared to, say, the Egyptian breakfast. It's all about pastries.
Croissant?
Mainly croissants, yes. Golden, buttery, flaky, or just a simple piece of baguette with butter and jam.
Jam is confiture.
Confiture, exactly. It's all about rich fat and sugar, which feels almost like a dessert compared to the other places we've been.
It's so light, but satisfying. The quality of the butter, the freshness of the bread, that's what matters.
That's the whole point.
I would immediately practice my phrase here. I like croissants. I mean, who doesn't?
Right. And I like jam, too, especially
Yeah.
a good strawberry jam.
Mm.
And, we always picture adults drinking coffee at these cafes.
Yeah, little espresso.
But the sources point out that for kids, it's usually orange juice or milk. Coffee can taste pretty bitter to them.
That's a great point. Even in these iconic scenes, there are always little variations.
So if we pull back and look at the big picture here, what's so fascinating is how these breakfasts just reflect reality.
What do you mean?
Well, France has all this butter and sweetness, right, that reflects their history with dairy, but also a need for speed in a modern city.
Right, versus Japan, where they needed that heavy protein for, a very physical life.
Exactly. Or Egypt,
Mhm.
where full madams is this super affordable, reliable fuel source that you can grow locally.
So there really is no one right way to start the day.
Not at all. Seeing this much variety just in the morning shows that every food habit comes from somewhere real.
That is such a powerful takeaway. Okay, let's do a quick review of the 4 big ideas we saw today.
Let's do it. First, the balanced protein of rice and fish in Japan.
Then, the communal staple of those fava beans in Egypt.
After that, the hearty spice of tortilla chips in Mexico.
And finally, the sweet elegance of croissants and jam in France. What a trip.
A fantastic tour of the world's breakfast table.
Okay, one last time. Let's practice those phrases. Super fast. Repeat them in your head and remember the foods we talked about. Ready?
I like hot chocolate.
I don't like sticky beans.
I like croissants.
I don't like raw onions. And there you go. You just learn how culture ends up on your plate. You've got the words to start exploring. It really shows that trying new things is, well, it's fun. And it's way better than that same old bowl of cereal.
That's the whole idea. And it leaves you with a question to think about, right? If we see this much difference just in the morning, at the very start of the day, what other amazing differences in eating and schedules and just life are waiting out there in the afternoon and evening?
Something to think about. Thank you so much for joining us on this very, very delicious deep dive.
Goodbye, everyone, and happy eating.
Bye-bye.